These are the top 4 of the best smartphone you can buy for $250 or 125,000 Naira. Firstly is the Xiaomi Mi 10T Lite, which is sold for $254. What I mostly like about this phone is that it has a 120Hz refresh rate for phone smoothness, 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage, 64 megapixel rear camera which can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second, and a 16 megapixel front camera that can also shoot 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. The battery capacity is 4800 mAh of battery that came with 33W fast charging, and not just that, it also has a 5G internet network connection. The slight issue with the phone is that the screen brightness is just 450 nits, which are not so bright when in a very sunny area. Secondly is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, which can be purchased for $279. This phone has 8 gigs of RAM and 120Hz refresh rate for smoothness. The battery capacity is 5000 mAh of battery, which also came with 30W fast charging that could literally charge the phone from 0 to 59% in just 30 minutes. It also has a 128 gig of internal storage, and the most incredible thing about the phone is that it came with a whopping 180 megapixel rear camera that can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second, and a 16 megapixel front camera that could shoot 1080p videos. But this phone still lacks some things like the screen brightness, which is just 450 nits as the first one, and also it doesn't have a 5G internet network connection. Thirdly is the Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro that is sold for $235. This phone came with a Snapdragon 732G chipset with 120Hz refresh rate and 240Hz touch sample rate for smooth gaming experience. It also came with a liquid cool technology to keep the phone temperature average and cool when being highly used. It has 66 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage, 5160 mAh of battery capacity with also a 30W fast charger, and a 64 megapixel rear camera that can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second, and a 20 megapixel front camera that also shoots 1080p videos. And the slight issue with the phone is the screen brightness, which is also 450 nits and no 5G net connection on the phone. But don't get me wrong, this phone is very good for its price. And lastly is the Xiaomi Mi 10s, which you can purchase now for just $260. This phone came with a 5G internet network connection, a Snapdragon 870G chipset, 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. What actually makes this phone much better than the other one is that it has a much brighter screen because of its 500 nits screen brightness. It also came with a 108 megapixel rear camera that can incredibly shoot 8K videos at 30 frames per second, also 4K videos at 30 to 60 frames per second, and 20 megapixel front camera for 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. The only slight issue with the phone is that the refresh rate is just 90Hz, but it is less noticeable from the 120Hz refresh rate. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more tech videos, and see you on the next video. Goodbye.